Welcome to Lightning Ministries Daily Devotional. Today's topic, Hope Fuels Our Persistence. Reading from Isaiah chapter 40, verses 28 to 31. Now, what I found here is a few things that kind of enlighten me on the fact that part of this scriptures here are how to deal with burnout, but the other part of the scripture is a life lesson on if we'll continue, then we'll be strengthened. Now, I realize that pain can serve as a warning that something in your body is wrong. After a physical injury or surgery, however, discomfort is often part of the journey to recovery. But at such times, you and I might be tempted to let pain keep us from working through the rehabilitation process to regain our strength and mobility to function normal as human beings as we may see fit for. But for that reason, physical therapists will frequently challenge their patients, that's you and I, to push just past their comfort zone. I think people that lift weights do that even though they're not a patient of surgery. But I realize that from that point on, they know that a good outcome depends on much more on their enduring pain once or twice than quitting before recovering completely. I think for the most part that we don't have a lot of hope in this society today, and we press forward in our pain because we just want to get past it instead of trying to work through it through a normal process. So I find though in this process of rehabilitation that a successful rehab becomes more dependent on the patient's hope in a better future. Now some can heal quicker than others just through determination, but let me say it in other words. We might want to look beyond our uncomfortable, painful present circumstances, trying to figure out what is the easiest way to get through it without having to go through all the processes and ridicule of trying to just deal with it. But if we look in Isaiah here, we can recognize that even the strong people, young for that matter, have limitations, and they can run out of energy as you and I do, and they can stumble and fall. And in contrast, the prophet also noted that God never grows tired. Man, what would it be like never grow tired? Nor are there limits to his insight. You know, some of us get fuzzy-brained trying to think through things or process things too quickly. And understanding the fact that our weariness, which is the struggle that we face, calls us to wait on him. Because if you read in verse 31, it says that if we'll wait, then we'll regain our strength, we'll regain our wisdom, we'll regain our stamina to lean on him. But I realize at the same time, our Father in heaven realizes waiting can even be more spiritually and emotionally uncomfortable for those of us that are trying to push through exhaustion in our own strength. Have you ever gotten to the point to where you just get sick and tired of being sick and tired and you give up? I think most of us have. At least most of us get to the point to where there's no way we could do it. If I had to use a marathon runner as an example of pushing yourself to the point to where even at the end of the race, as you get closer and closer to the finish line, your body starts to shut down and does not function normally. You look like just some wobbly cage trying to crawl your way to the finish line. But if you would have paced yourself, I'm not saying that's the case in all cases, the chances of you not becoming wobbly at the end and muscles not working and arms not working and the body just wanting to shut down are less likely. But for us to have hope and to trust in God that he can help us to persevere to the end and over time grows in ways, if we'll just trust him, that we're never going to imagine. Whatever your challenges today and whatever this message is talking to you and telling you to do from the Lord is to realize that as you soar higher in life, like the eagles do, that as you run and become weary in that, going, man, I can't do this. It's never going to work out. It's not going to happen. You know, you're supposed to walk through this thing. and not faint and grow disheartened. Because it says that if we'll trust God, then He will take us through the things that we're battling with. But when we're trying to do it in our own strength, we're going to fail. I don't care who you are. And I've even said this, no matter whether you're a believer or an unbeliever, if you're trying in your own strength, and you don't have the support that you need, whether it be someone in your immediate circle, or in this particular situation for me, it would be God, knowing that all things are going to work out for the good for those that are called according to His purpose and love Him, then the struggle is yours instead of God's. But if you'll let go of the struggle and give it to God and let Him carry your burden for you, no matter what it may be, then He will renew your strength as the noonday, as the sun rises to each day. But anyway, I digress. Hey, I really appreciate you taking the time to listen. I pray that in some way God has enlightened you today to renew your strength and trust Him for the hope that you need to fuel your spirit each and every day. Thanks for listening, and have a blessed day.